Okay guys, just wanted to take you through something I've been messing around with this week. You know I'm an Octane render fanboy. If you take a look through my past tutorials, you'll pretty much see that. But the owner of Octane, Otoy, has something I've been wanting to check out for a while, and I've just been accepted by them. So let me just show you. So render token, RNDR, is a distributed GPU rendering on the blockchain. So essentially what it is if you're an artist, you might want to render something like I did just recently. It took me 3 days to render this thing that I was trying to render. If you didn't want to take all that time, what you could do is send your render files and then get them rendered, like each frame, to hundreds of different computers around a network, and then they render it, send it back to you, and then you get it done in a fraction of the time. That's the basic premise of the sort of network rendering that render token is all about. You can watch Jules give the introduction to it. It's been around for a couple of years now. It's still in its infancy. This little diagram here shows a bit about how it works. It's powered on Ethereum at the moment. That might change in the future, but currently it's on the Ethereum blockchain. It creates smart contracts with them and connects the artists or the companies or whoever requesting jobs with you could call them miners, or the people on the network who are using their GPU resources to do the rendering for you. Sounds pretty good. What a lot of investors or people in crypto like is they look at the team. And they like, Brendan Ike here, who is the founder of Brave and in the BAT token. I'm using Brave browser right now, and JJ Abrams, the director of many blockbusters. So they like these investors, but I'm interested in the technology and the rendering. So if you want to start mining on the network, and this is what I get really excited about because I just started doing it the other day, but you just send them a request interest form, and then they go through the queue or the waiting list of people who want to be doing it. They send you an email, and on that email is then your credentials for logging in, the download link, and you just have to provide them with your Ethereum address. And so you need a MetaMask, or you need something to provide them with your Ethereum address where they will pay you in RNDR or render tokens. If I come across here to Etherscan and I just look at a bit of the background of render token, I can see that there is just over 1,000 addresses. So I know that you need a render token address Ethereum address on their blockchain to receive render tokens as payment for your GPU use. More than half of these, I'm sure, are just speculators trying to invest in the coin and hoping it goes up and speculating on the price of it. So I'm going to discount like at least half of these. So the addresses or the people who are actually rendering and mining are in the hundreds. They're not in the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. So the network is quite small, and the amount of people trying to use this network is still relatively small. It's still growing. But let me show you what the app looks like. And I just happen to be rendering something right now. So it's basic. It's just you open up the app. This is what you see. It has to download the object files, obviously, first. And then I'm running a couple of GPUs. You can look at the render stats. Actually, let me look at these render stats. It doesn't tell you anything about the person's job or the artist that supplies to you, except these stats right here. So I know they're trying to render 6,000 samples, 1920 by 1080, standard HD size render. There's a number of the scene, and it's got an estimated how long it's going to take. And that's it. You can see all time I've done 22 jobs. It sends them previews, and it shows that as well as the job is going, so they can check what's happening with the job. And I can see some GPUs. I'm running a couple of GPUs at the moment. I'll show you those there. And that's it. So this job will take, however long it takes. And it's, I know that I'm doing currently one frame of somebody's render job that they need doing somewhere else in the world. And I feel good about that. I'm happy my computer can go to use while I'm not rendering or not using it. That's something I found really interesting. Not something I've used on the artist side before, but it's something I'm testing on the miner side. But there are some issues, but the potential is really big. So the issues I see are the sort of the gateway of entrance to being able to be part of this network, which is you have to be a bit crypto savvy on the mining side to do it. Not very much, but a little bit. And also on the artist side, you need to send, I won't go through everything you need to do in that, but you have to package and compile your files into an Orbex format and send it to them. And then you've got to buy render tokens from them or get them from somewhere else on exchange. There's lots of things to talk about there, but I won't go into that right now. I just wanted to show you that, this is my first week trying out mining render tokens, and it's working. Looks good. It's pretty rudimentary, but you don't need much more than that. And I just wish I could be of more use and rendering more things for people while my machine is not being used by me, because I've had it running for maybe about a week, and I've only had 22 jobs, you can see, and that's not many. I'd like it to be rendering jobs non-stop 24/7. I've had experience when Bitcoin was pretty new, mining Bitcoin, and my machine would run hot 24/7, confirming network transactions. This, it could go 6 hours between jobs before getting another job. So, I haven't seen any render tokens put into my address yet. So it says it takes 2 to 3 days once you've reached, the threshold of sending you some. But I haven't seen any yet. And it's probably because I haven't had enough jobs. I haven't contributed enough to the network to earn enough tokens to send. And so that's, an issue, of a teething issue of being new as well. So this is something I'll try out for another, month or so. I'm just going to have it running while my computer is not in use overnight, and see what happens with it. That's it. That's all I wanted to take you across today. Till next time, guys. See you later.